In a lifetime, I've had the pleasure and privilege of working with some pretty great leaders. And I would tell you, without exception, that the greatest that I've ever worked with is Doug Brown. For many, many reasons, but most importantly because he is a values-led player who literally makes sure that integrity is the first thing that he pays attention to, whatever the position. So initially, Doug and I served on a board together where we had a CEO that was not actually doing the job, so to speak. And Doug, without reservation, said, let's go talk to him, let's give him an opportunity, let's develop him as a leader, and let's tell him what we need to see done. And the way he described what needed to be done was the role of a servant leader. I knew from that moment on that I was going to love Doug Brown. He's values-driven. Without exception, integrity is his #1 value. And he also has a strong partner, which is Sarah. And I will tell you, Doug is one of the finest people in all the people I've worked with, and is the epitome of a servant leader.
He is everywhere in the city, everyone knows him, and he is just a remarkable person. He's given to the university as a philanthropist, and he is at every single event in this city. He knows everyone in New Mexico, everyone loves him, and he is just a remarkable person in every sense of the term.
One of the truly remarkable things about Doug that I think most people still don't appreciate, perhaps, is that he was a non-academic coming in to the business school and being the dean of the UNM Anderson Business School. And that was really not only a remarkable thing for him to be able to make that transition, but to then do it so well, to be somebody who come from the banking community, transition then to really helping out the state of New Mexico. It had a big problem it had in the Treasury Department, and then to become the dean of the most highly rated business school in New Mexico, and to do it so well is just absolutely astounding. It's also, I think, very important to point out that Doug, as dean of the Anderson School of Business, having come from the business world himself, has been extremely innovative in energizing the contacts between UNM Anderson, UNM University overall, and the business community. He's been a real leader in that area of economic growth, in particular by tying the state's top business school with the for-profit companies here in New Mexico.
He's an incredibly successful businessman. He's started several businesses himself. He's led huge businesses here in New Mexico. He's been a state officer in state government. And he just has a level of success that I think very few people ever have in their career. He keeps trying to retire and he fails every time, as he says. And we're hoping he fails this time. We tried to talk him out of it. He keeps telling me this time he's really serious. He wants to be with his grandchildren.
Professional achievement I'm most proud of, well, I'm certainly proud of being dean at Anderson School, but that's a work in progress. And I think of past accomplishments, the state treasurer's office, where we turned that around in 15 months, I think that was quite an accomplishment. Maybe the one I'm most proud of, though, is starting a company from scratch, Talbot Financial Services, and growing it over 8 years to become $2 billion in revenue and to produce 800 jobs around the country that paid an average salary of $60,000 each. That's a lot of benefit for a lot of families.